It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, beautiful souls. We're still live, opening up on S3 and celebrating the month of June, which is dedicated to Pride. Now, this is when the LGBTQ plus communities come together to celebrate who they are and, of course, their freedom. Now, the United Prides of Africa group creates a safe space for Pride to flourish on the continent. And the event taking place this Saturday, the 26th of June, is going to honor the LGBTQ plus communities, and they aim to use their online platform to deliver a Pride event in which everyone can participate. Now, wherever they are in Africa and the world, don't worry. Matthew Van As is the production coordinator at the United Prides of Africa, and he's joining us in the studio this morning. Tell us more about the upcoming event. Matthew, it's so good having you in the studio. How are you doing?
Good morning. It's nice to be in the new studio. It's
yeah.
lovely.
You're liking the ambiance?
I'm liking this ambiance a lot.
There's a lot more room, I think, to celebrate.
Exactly. And it's been... Yeah, so
tell, for the viewers who don't know anything about this, tell me more about who you are and also the significance of Pride Month, essentially.
Okay, so that's a multi-layered question. So I'm Matthew Van As, and I'm the Festival Director of Cape Town Pride. I'm also Production Coordinator for United Prides of Africa. I am a board member on Interpride representing Africa. I'm on the Global Advisory Council representing Africa. I keep myself extremely busy.
So wow.
And yeah, so Pride Month solely is for visibility. We're a minority that needs visibility.
Yes.
And with the state of what's actually happening, even if you look into what's happening in our country, 15 deaths, in homophobic murders in the last 3 months.
Jeez, that's shocking.
And that's targeted. So, you know, we need visibility and we need spaces and we need to take up spaces. So that's really where this whole idea of United Prides of Africa has come from, because as you know, so many countries in Africa, it's illegal to be part of the LGBTQI plus community. And we need to give spaces for this now. Yeah. There's 22 countries that have death penalties if you're part of the LGBTQA community. So this is where these spaces are needed. And we started United Prides of Africa last year in September. We did our first show, and we had 15 countries involved, other than South Africa, sending messages. And this is right from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's really important that these countries do get visibility. Not everybody has the same rights as we do. And I mean, even within our own country, what's on paper and what happens in reality are two very different things.
So true, yeah.
So we're using this platform, a virtual platform, which we weren't really sure about, because when COVID hit, we're like, oh, now what? Because now we can't have any in-person events.
Yeah.
And then we found that having a virtual event, we were able to actually reach a lot more people. Last year, for United Prides of Africa, we reached 1.3 million people worldwide.
Wow.
To spread the message of what's actually happening in Africa, of hope and all these wonderful things, but also giving the visibility that it needs, you know?
Well, I mean, you're speaking so much about visibility, and my question was to ask you how is that going to help, but you clearly mentioned that. I mean, there's this apparent awareness that you are free, and in certain countries like South Africa, you are free, but there's still personal stigma, and like you mentioned, these targeted attacks. So you're making me understand the importance of this visibility. You're making me understand what you are doing when it comes to the United Prides of Africa event. How then can we, if we see this to be a just cause, and I'm hoping everybody does, because clearly it is, how can we get involved? How can we maybe support this?
Okay, so there's multiple ways of doing this. So first of all, tune in on Saturday. It's at 6 p.m. South African Standard Time. It's going to be on our Facebook page. It's also on our YouTube channel. I'm sure they'll be showing our handles all over the place. So you can have a look there. There is also a donation page. Now, like, I don't like to ask for this, but like, we run a lot of projects. And these projects are really important. But with COVID, we haven't been able to fund any of them as we normally do. So there is a donation page. Please donate if you can. And, I mean, this is also going towards a lot of projects. And the most amazing project that we have running at the moment is called the Nkoli House Project.
Nkoli House Project. Okay.
And this is going to be a crisis centre and a senior citizens care facility. Wow. And what's quite momentous today is actually, a little bit later today, we're actually meeting with the Premier to discuss premises for this project that we're going to be starting here in Cape Town, and hopefully...
So finding it a home.
Finding it a home.
Some roots down.
Exactly.
This is beautiful. So
we're having a meeting today with the Premier's office and to try and actually sort this out, and also have the discussions about the hate murders. And, you know, and the hate crimes, not even murders, these are hate crimes. So this is what we're going to be doing. And yeah, this is how people can get involved. When you see something, share it, you know? There's articles, share it with your friends and families. Let people know what's actually happening within the LGBTI community. If you think about it, we are about 12% of the population of South Africa. Now, an interesting fact is that there's only about 10.2% white people in South Africa. So there's more LGBTIQ people in South Africa. So
we cannot deny the importance of it, and we cannot deny the fact that there is a place for everyone in this country.
Exactly.
Now, I love what you're talking about. I love the fact that we need to have more conversation. We need to be presenting this as a normal thing, that this is the world we live in, and I love that. And thank you for being a part of our conversation today. We're celebrating the start of a beautiful month. It should be a year, it should be a lifespan. We should be celebrating
every day
Pride
should be Pride.
every day. But today is just one of those days where we get to further highlight the importance. So thank you so much, Matthew, for joining us.
It's an absolute
pleasure. And obviously a big thank you again to the United Prides of Africa and the rest of your teams for sharing that news and that knowledge. Now, we are in for a treat, of course, because Matthew brought along 3 Pride artists. We've got the theme Gabriel, Odidi, Diva, and Kat Geladi, who will be taking to the studio floor for 3 out-of-this-world performances, and you do not want to miss it. It's celebrating, it's Pride Month. Let's do this.